Hey everybody, welcome back to Swift Lessons for another by request song tutorial. Today we're heading way back to 1955. I'm going to break down an early rock and roll tune that was made famous by Elvis Presley and of course its composer Carl Perkins. I'm talking about Blue Suede Shoes. So we're going to get started learning how to employ that 1-4-5 progression in the key of A, and I'll also break down my strumming recommendations. Then from there, I'm going to break out this beautiful 1965 Country Gentleman, and I'm going to show you how to solo over this classic track. Let's get started. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. You can knock me down, step on my face, slander my name all over the place. Do anything that you wanna do, but oh honey, lay off of my shoes. But don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Here we go, guitar. My house, steal my car, drink my liquor from an old fruit jar. Do anything that you wanna do, but oh baby, lay off of my shoes. But don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Well, it's a blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes, baby. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Let's break that down. Okay, taking a close look at the fretboard, getting started learning a basic approach to strumming through this tune. Getting started with our verses, we're in standard tuning, the key of A major. Now all we're gonna need is this A major chord for the verses, frets 0, 2, 2, 2, 0. And the only thing that's tricky about this is the timing of the strums. They look and sound like this. A 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, and then depending upon which verse you're on, you're going to play that a number of times before moving to the D major chord to start your chorus. Alright, so pretty simple. You're just strumming up, down, on the N4 and 1 of each of those bars. So 1, 2, 3, oh, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. All right, and that gets you right into the chorus section. Okay, now jumping into our chorus sections. Here we're going to be employing our entire 1, 4, 5 progression. All right, we already know how to play the 1 chord. The 4 chord in this key, D major, we need frets 0, 2, 3, 2. All right, this is for the beginners out there. And the 5 chord E major, frets 0, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0. And at the end of these chorus sections, I like to throw in the bluesy E dominant 7, grabbing the 3rd fret of the B string. Now keep in mind that as you play through these chorus sections, you can use basic cowboy chords or major chords, but you can also throw in their bluesy alternatives, the dominant 7. So that's an A dominant 7. I can jump these fingers down 1 string to the floor, add my index finger. Now I've got D dominant 7, frets 0, 2, 1, 2. And E major can be played as E7, again just by adding our pinky to the 3rd fret of the B string. All right, so it's your choice. You can mix and match those chords as you like. A major, D major, E major, or A dominant 7, D dominant 7, and E7. All right, another really nice version of the A7 chord that you might like is like this. All right, so barring with the index finger on the 2nd fret, that's gonna be D, G, and B, and then grabbing the 3rd fret of the high E string, that G note. All right, so those are your chord options. I'm gonna demonstrate just kind of strumming through the first chorus, then I'll break down my strumming technique. Looks and sounds like this, starting from that first verse. 1, 2, 3, oh well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, well, go cat go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. All right, and then you're right into the next verse. Okay, so there's a few different ways that you can strum this. You could do a basic country strum. That's it, just over the D major chord, hitting bass, down, up, down, up, bass, down, up, down, up. That bass and treble separation is gonna sound fantastic. All right, hitting the bass note at the beginning of those measures. All right, you can apply that to all the chords, but if you want to get a little bit more fancy with it, a little bit more sophisticated, then I recommend something like this. All right, so right there, starting on the D chord, I played bass, down, E, B, down, E, B, down, E, B, down. All right, we call that a cross-picking technique, and it's gonna sound really classic over each of those 1, 4, 5 chords. All right, so let's see if we can play through the entire progression. We'll start from the verse, and then we'll see if we can apply our cross-picking, but feel free to throw in your country strum as well. A little bit slower now. 1, 2, 3, up, down, up, short, 2, 3, up, down, up, short, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, up, D, down, E, B, down, E, B, down, E, B, down, A, down, E, B, down, E, B, down, E, B, down, E major. Throw in E7. All right, and then right into the next verse you go. All right, so that's a really classic way of strumming through both the verse and the chorus sections. Now, let's see if we can apply that to verse number 2 and the following chorus. All right, sounds like this. See if you can play along. 1, 2, 3, well, you can knock me down, step on my face, slander my name all over the place. Do anything that you wanna do, but oh, honey, lay off of those shoes, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. All right, if you have that, then you're ready to move into learning some licks. I'm gonna break down my original guitar solo, and I'm gonna be playing over top of basically the same chords, except for the A major chord, the beginning, we're gonna be just kind of strumming through, just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. D and A. E major. And back to A. All right, let's go. Okay, now jumping into some lead guitar tips, how to solo over blue suede shoes. I'm gonna break down some of my go-to licks. All right, so I'm gonna start off focusing on my 1 chord A major. I'll picture it in its barred shaped position, 5th fret. Overlapping with that chord, I've got the minor pentatonic scale, which can be blended with its major pentatonic variety. All right, utilizing those ingredients, the first set of phrases are gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, classic stuff right there. We began sliding up to a double stop, 5 and 5 of the B and high E strings. stop short and play. Double stop bend, grabbing 7 on the B and 8 on the high E string. That's definitely an early rock and roll convention right there. Next we're gonna play. All right, we need to break that up into parts. Part 1. All right, that was the 8th fret of the high E string. Then a pull off, 7 down to 5. Same thing on the B string. All right, put that together. Next, part number 2 of this lick. One more time. All right, that was 7 on the G string. Next, grabbing 5 and 5, I'm gonna hammer on to the 6th fret of the G string, going minor third to major third. All right, very, very common. So, then we're going to the root note D string, before barring again, 7 and 7, and then repeating that little hammer-on trick to the major third. So, all right, put those 2 parts together. All right, and right there, that's line number 1 of your tab, which you can download at patreon.com/swifflessons. I'll also have Guitar Pro for you there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and... All right, now the 4 chord is coming in, so I'm gonna picture it in its A-shaped position. That's a D major chord. I'll grab 2 notes from that chord shape and play. All right, so we actually went back to the A major chord there. It was a pretty fast change. But just over the D chord, then the A major chord comes back in. All right, so we're just grabbing double stops. 7 and 7 of the B and the G strings. All right, bend it up nice and slow. Then we're going back and forth between frets 5 and 7. All right, so we bent it up again. Return, 5 and 5, 7, and then back to the 5th frets. D major. Then the A chord comes back in. I'm grabbing 7 and 6 of the D and G strings, sliding down a half step, and then back from where I came. Okay, so far in the solo, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. D major, A major. Okay, so here we're moving on. We had 2 little licks that were being interjected there. First, a trill, 5 and 6 back and forth on the G string. Then, we gotta get the timing right. All right, this short little phrase, bending the 5th fret of the A string up and returning. Then pulling off down to 3. Before playing 5, 3, and doing a slight bend. So, we had, All right, now it's time for our final phrase. We're going to the E major chord and then returning to A major. Over those changes, we're gonna play. All right, nice little country ending there. So I'm starting off sliding up to the root note of the chord, 5th fret of the B string, coupling that with the open high E string. So. Then we're going down to fret number 3 of the same string. Before playing. All right, 2nd fret of the G string, bending it up and returning and pulling off. Back to 2 before going to the root note A as the A chord comes in. Then we're just gonna get a little country with it as we descend down. So 2, 2, 4, 2, 4. All right, that classic movement there. Bending and returning, pulling off to the open A string, back to 2, and then the root note A, letting it ring through. And if you like, you can slide away on frets 5 and 5, signaling that the solo is finished. Okay, so let's put all that together, a nice little solo that you can play. If that's your responsibility at the gig, you're definitely going to be prepared. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes D. A. E. Just like that, some classic licks over that 1-4-5 progression. Alright everybody, thanks so much for checking out this song tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for future lessons. I want to thank my patrons for making all these lessons possible. And friends, if you're looking for some more guidance and bonus lessons, then be sure to head to patreon.com/swiftlessons. Until next time, this is Rob Swift coming at you from the Jersey Shore, saying happy picking.